Alright, we're back for another edition of Draft Innistrad Block. So, we are 2 weeks out from Avison Restored coming in online. And this is probably my last draft I'm going to do on Innistrad Block, or the old Dark Ascension stuff. So, alright, let's dive in. Pack 1. Alright, we get to start off with a sweet Mythic Rare, MTGOL Lich. Not a whole lot else in this pack. The Burden of Guilt's okay. Chalice of Life's okay. No, sorry. Stormcrypt Captain's okay. So what can I look to? I'm definitely taking the Lich here. This is no question. Let's see. Looking to go blue, black zombies maybe. We'll see. Probably not getting anything back from this pack. The next pick is probably Burden of Guilt or a Stormcrypt Captain. And beyond that, they're all a bunch of cards that don't really matter. So let's take the Lich. It's worth a couple ticks, but it's probably the most fun card and probably the most powerful here too. So let's read it real quick. You may cast target creature in a graveyard this turn for 1 mana. When you cast that card this turn, having the Lich gains all activated abilities of that card till end of turn. So cast a card from any graveyard. Awesome. Lich it is. But so yeah, we're 2 weeks away from Avison Restored Online. I played in the physical copy pre-release last weekend. Had a good time. It's an interesting set. It's certainly it doesn't play near as fast as Innistrad and Dark Ascension, so we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, this pack, best card in the pack, Tragic Slip, followed by Hollowhenge Spirit, then the Ironrite. After that, you got a whole host of mid-range cards like the Dryad, the Scorned Villager, and even the Undying Evil. But here we're going to take the Slip. It stays on color with the Lich, and we're not passing any blue cards really. So that's pretty good. So we're looking like we're in a good position to be black-blue, except that the first 2 packs are not going to will any cards for me from that color. So we're taking Tragic Slip here. There's not really much of a choice. The Warlord's okay, but you know, like I was saying about the speed of this format, it certainly is fast. A 6-drop, that can be your 1 6-drop bomb, you know, to finish the game off, but anything else, it's not very good. So we're going to take the Slip. Alright, here we go. Here's my chance. Now, I've seen lots of people draft online, and they just keep passing on this card. I honestly am a fan of this card. It certainly gives you card advantage. Now, it does contradict what I've been saying, though, because this format is fast, and this card is not the fastest. But, so let's read the ability here. Whenever a creature dies, put 2 eyeball counters. Obviously, a creature has 2 eyes, most of them. But for 3, you can remove all eyeball counters from jar, look at the top X, X is the number of eyeball counters on it, and put one of them in your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. I really like this card. Maybe it's not the right pick here, maybe it's just the Reap. But I'm willing to take it, I think. Go black-blue. Pick up some removals, but this is certainly nice. You remove their guy, and then you draw. You know, you get to draw a card. I'm gonna take it. I think it's just a fun card. So, okay, looks like we're gonna get into Boneflinger here. Best cards here: Increasing Vengeance. You can do some sick stuff with this card. Double red is far away from where I want to be. I took Jar just because of the fun factor. It's a fun to play with card. And you know, I honestly think it's powerful. So, but you got to build a defense around it, be able to trade, handle that. But okay, anyway, Boneflinger here is going to be the best card. It's the 2-for-1 gimmick with the creature and the removal spell. The next best card in my mind is probably the Wake Dancer, but I'm going to take the Boneflinger just because of the removal option. Yeah, not much else to say. Burden of Guilt obviously is a good card too, but it would be nice to will like a Black Cat or an Undying Evil out of this pack. But we're taking Boneflinger. I get a chance at another jar. I don't want to. Now I wish I would have passed the first one because there was a spell I could have taken. But alright, I guess I get to put my money where my mouth is. Do I want 2 jar of eyeballs? And honestly, I don't. You'll play 1 and that's it. So I'm tempted to take Tracker's Instinct here. Hold on. No, I got a Scob. So I'm playing blue-black. I think I'll take the Scob here. Next best card. I think the best card in this pack is probably the Kessig Recluse, then the Jar, then the Scob. I'm in blue-black. I'm going to take the Scob here. I certainly would have loved to have took the Reap the Seagraph and then taken this Jar, but I mean, I like Jar, but really you're only going to play 1, so Let's take the Scob. Okay, for blue-black, what do we have here? We have nothing except a Torturer. Our Quiver, another slow spell. I'm tempted to take the Quiver, but my deck's looking a little slow anyway. Don't think I really want to go down that route. It's a powerful card. Blue-black really doesn't have a way to deal with an artifact. In a vacuum, best card in this pack is probably the Griffin, then the Quiver, then the Elder. This is nice against the Werewolf deck, and he isn't the best. I'm tempted to take the Quiver. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I mean, I'm leaning blue-black, but, you know, it's a little early. Let's take the Quiver. Let's go for the super slow deck, see how far we can get. Alright, here we get another chance at this. Yeah. I'm going to take the Bone Flicker this time over the other Quiver. I didn't remember that these Quivers are aplenty, so as I start picking up X1s, I'm going to take the Bone Flicker here though, but as I start picking up X1s to remember the Quiver, so I'll take Bone Flicker. Okay, so I got a removal spell and Rack with Madness, which doesn't fit our current color scheme. I have Divination, which will help me dig, but it's a slow card. I'm already looking slowish. Maddox not a card. Lost in the Woods, don't care about that strategy. This seems like white's pretty open. I know I'm not getting any blue or black cards on the first two packs. Maybe I just take the Divination here and such a bad, I don't know, that's, yeah. Not a fan of Divination, but yeah. I'm going to take Undying Evil here over Bone to the Ash. Chalice of Life. So if you do the Gnaw to the Bone deck, this card actually makes a whole lot of sense. So the guy who's looking at his third or fourth Tracker's Instincts can look at picking up the Chalice here because he's going to play the Gnaw to the Bones. He's going to get the creatures in the graveyard. You know, it goes along the lines of that whole, it's a backup plan for the whole mill yourself strategy. So take Undying Evil here though. I get another shot at it. I don't really need it, but gonna take it. I want to try to signal, I guess. I'm not gonna play two Undying Evils. I'm not playing any of the other stuff. The best card in this pack is probably the Dryad at this point, but I'm gonna take the Evil. Another bunch of junk. Do I want to pay 3 life, draw 3 spell? So I'm not seeing a lot of blue. I may be looking to go black and then another color, so I need to keep my mind open to that. Take the Journey here. Alright, so there's a Black Cat and a Burning Vengeance. I'm going to take the Black Cat though. Need a creature. Alright, Gruesome Discovery. So after pack 1, not really excited. when you have 4 or 5 drops that you're looking to play, you're not too excited about it. 5 creatures is all I got, so oh, what a sick pack. I hate to pass this card. It's such a beating. Such a beating. Let's see. Alright, analyze here. So I got a test subject, certainly a win condition for the blue-black strategy. Do I want to be white-black, splash blue? If I do, I take the Monk here, and I go all in. And then I'm wishing I would have drafted a few of those Griffins. The best removal spell in this pack is going to be Dead Weight, but I'm not going to take that here. There's too many high power cards here. Let's see. I'm going to put the people down to me in white big time. I think it's the test subject here. This is a tough call. You really could make the you really could look to just drop blue here, you know, and I think I will actually. I mean, the Abomination's great and all, but I mean, come on, Geist Hunter Monk. I'm gonna take that, and then I immediately regret it getting past a Cackling Counterpart. But so we've moved into the white strategy. There's a couple of flyers for that. There's a Geist Catcher's Rig. Do I just... You know, really, you don't mind being 3 colors with this guy? This gives you a better chance of casting things, you know, out of your opponent's graveyards. So, but this was a big commitment, and we knew that. So we're going to take the Geist here, I think. I don't have anything I really want to copy that much. Maybe I do. Well, for me, it's really between the Counterpart and the Geist. I'm not a big fan of Geist Catcher's Rig. I have 3 5-drops, 3 or 4 5-drops I'm looking to play anyway. So I'm willing to take the Chapel Geist here and try to, you know, force my way into white, which may or may not be the best strategy. And in fact, a Voiceless Spirit may be just a better pick here. We're going to take Chapel Geist, force our way into white, and then get past an Evil Twin, which we're going to take because we're apparently going to play 3 colors with a blue splash with a white-black deck. Yeah, this has turned into a cluster, but the upside of this guy is pretty insane, and I'm going to take it. I really wish I would have stayed blue-black from the get-go. I would have had the Cackling Counterpart and then the Test Subject. But we're going to take the Twin here, see what happens. Alright, by far the best card. I finally get an easy pick. The best card in this pack is Mona the Unhallowed. I'm going to take that. Black is my primary color at this point. I don't really look to play Howling Journey. Yeah, probably we'll cut one of those Undying Evils, but let's keep going this route. Okay, so now it is decision time. Do I accept the fact that I've probably blown my first 2 picks of this pack, take the Claustrophobia, though I've sent a picture to my people to my right that, you know, that blue is open because I passed them as a Test Subject, but there was a Midnight Haunting, so maybe that's not a true comparison. But I think the best card in this pack is certainly Claustrophobia. Would I rather have a Chapel Geist and a Geist Unearned Monk, or an Evil Twin and a Having Gold Edge? I think the blue-black cards pose the best play, so I'm going to take them and probably abandon these 2 picks. So there you go, expert analysis. Alright, so we're looking at a Typhoid Rats that have Death Touch. I do have a Quiver, so that's an interesting interaction. I do have a Traveler's Amulet if I'm really still thinking of playing these double white cards, or if I'm looking white-black and looking to splash the blue components that I have here. I think the right pick here is to take the Rats. I'm definitely playing black. I don't know if I need to fix yet, although it's looking like I might want to try to fix. But again, the last 2 packs haven't really shown me any white cards, so I'm probably not going to be fed white here. But I'm going to take the Rats and hope to will the Corpse Lunge. Okay, so we're going to Traveler's Amulet here. Oh no, actually I got a Scob. Take a Scob or a Crab. So I have a playable here. I'm going to take the Scob. Probably going to hide the white cards. I'm going to hide the Undying Evils for now. Go to Cost Swords. So I have 13 playables. Don't really want to play this, but I will. Yeah, Armored Scob. Hopefully I can see some more of the Drakes. Some more of the good Scobs. So yeah, we're going to take Armored Scob here. Alright, we get the best 1-drop in the format with a Diagraph Ghoul. So yeah, the white plan was kind of a, you know, a waste, but you can't fault me for taking a Geist Unearned Monk. I mean, come on. On pack 2, pick 1, and I'm only had 3 blue cards. Yeah, I mean, whatever. The mistake was probably to take the second double white card, but hey, who's perfect? Not me. Okay, here, so what do I not want to play against? Then I'm not going to play any of these cards. Inquisitor's Flail. If you get the Invisible Stalker, this is a decent card. If you get some of the Flyers, which I currently have none, maybe I'm getting cut out of blue. I'm not sure here, but I'm not seeing a lot of blue. But I'm going to cut the Cultist. Let's take the Flail. Cut the Cultist. He's certainly more powerful than the other option. So I can get a Ghoul Raiser or a Ghoul Caller's Chant here, or Sensory Deprivation. I think I would like a Ghoul Raiser, 1 zombie, 2 zombies. 3 zombies, 4. Yeah, I'm going to take Ghoul Razor here. Would like some sack outlets for this guy to go sack him and to raise him, but I'm going to take Ghoul Razor. Get a creature. Okay, Altar's Reap is a playable card for this deck at this point, although I'm very, not too low, but looking short on creatures. Could look like I could end up being short on creatures. Rally the Peasants is certainly a card to keep on my mind as I'm playing anybody with white or red. So we're going to take Altar's Reap and go from there. Okay, what do I not want to play against? I don't care about Bramble Crush, Ranger's Scowl. So, yeah, Pureblood's fine. I'm going to take the Gal here. Would like to have seen more removal at this point. I'm really only looking at a Tragic Slip and the 2 Bone Flingers, but I'm going to take the Summoning just for the rare fact, but the Scavenger's obviously the best limited card, better limited card in this at that juncture. Take a Grudge. Alright, pack 3, here we go, come on. Bloodline Keeper. Hey! Dream and you shall receive, right? That's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to take Bloodline Keeper here. It's the best card in the format. Pretty sick card. I don't know. This card just wins games by itself. So, taking Bloodline Keeper here, I'm going to look for some early drops, try to stall the game out. If I ever get to the point where I can land the Bloodline Keeper and have it live, I'm probably going to be in good shape looking to win the game. So we're going to take Bloodline Keeper here, pass the rest of this stuff. The next best card is probably the Slayer. Beyond that, you're looking at the Geist. So what do I get back here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably looking at a Stormcrypt Patrol on the rebound, or if I'm lucky, the Alchemy or Sensory Deprivation. But we're going to take Bloodline Keeper here and try to win a draft. Actually, this would be the second one in a row if we can somehow pull this off. Okay, so here's a decision to make because I'm in the right colors to play the Scab Goliath. I really need some early creatures or some dead weights, something to stall a game out. So if you're thinking of early plays, you may think to get, well, really. So I could look at the Flight. I don't want another non-creature. The Goliath is certainly a win condition. Anyway, but my point is I need some 2-drops, and I don't have an option here really. The Cannibals is okay if you're playing some humans and against humans, but the Goliath really gives me a chance to win the game, although I really am looking just to stall out to get to the Bloodline Keeper at this point. So we can make a case for the Cannibals here. Don't have a lot of removal though, so it's a tough pick. But yeah, we're gonna take the Scab Goliath. It's just a better card. So here we go. We get a Stitch Drake. We'd love to see this Shimmering Grotto Will, or even this Walking Corpse. So yeah, I don't know. There could be a case to be made just to draft the Walking Corpse here, but the Drake is just way better. So I'm gonna take the Drake here, and then realize that I have 2 fillers, 2 ways to 2 Scabs to fill the graveyard, and 2 Scabs that require it. So we're gonna take the Drake. Okay, lots of good green cards. Some spiders can be spawned. The best card for blue-black, though, is going to be the Think Twice. This card is not bad, but this format is pretty fast. If your turn 2 play is Think Twice, then you're probably falling behind. But at this point, it looks like, given my curve, I don't have a lot of options at turn 2 of things to cast. Altar's Reap is not a turn 2 play. So yeah, I think it's going to be Think Twice here just to try to get me into my, draw more, obviously, get to the land I need for the 3rd drop. Yeah. I'm not too excited about this deck yet, but I do have the Bloodline Keeper, so I want to make sure I have a chance to get that. The Goliath may not make it in, but we're going to take Think Twice here. To note, passing is spider spawning, so. Okay. So for our blue-black strategy, the only card really is Tribute to Hunger. The best card in the pack, though, is Prey Upon. Obviously, I'm not in green. Looks like I should have been. but we're going to take the Tribute here. It's a crappy removal spell. It doesn't work well with Claustrophobia, but hopefully we can use it to our advantage. I wouldn't run 2 Think Twices, so we're going to take Tribute here and pass the rest. Alright, so we get a 2-drop Walking Corpse. I'm going to take this over the Fen Snake or any of these other blue-black cards, just for the fact that I need 2 drops. I need guys to trade, get in the graveyard, to fuel the Drakes or the Goliaths, or even the Lich, so I can recast them. So I'm going to take the Corpse. Alright, I'm going to take another creature here. It's going to be the Ghoul Raiser. Passing a Curse. Yeah, Ghoul Raiser pretty easily. I would not play 2 Reaps. So Ghoul Raiser. Okay. So interesting. We have a Stitcher's Apprentice or an Armored Scab. So I have a 2-drop or a 3-drop. This one fills the graveyard with things for the Lich to cast. Yeah, I think that just by itself makes this the play. Although you really do not want to be in the business of milling this out of your deck, but maybe one of the Ghoul Caller's channel will get back to me somehow. But best card in the pack probably is the Scab. Splendor Fight I really like. The Spider Spawning strategy is gonna. I've seen some sweet cards go by, but so we're gonna. Hopefully nobody gets into that. We're gonna take the Scab. Okay. Not gonna play the Patrol. Not a fan of that card. Rolling Temblor is a card to be concerned about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a few cards that impact. So I'm gonna take the Forbidden Alchemy here. The ability to pick what you want. To take the top 4, pick your best card, and then you can do it again at the point if and when you hit 7. So we're taking the Alchemy. I'm not feeling light on creatures right here, but I am over 2 playables at this point. Probably not going to play the Goliath. Probably going to cut the Divination for the Alchemy. It's a better card. What else am I cutting here? Maybe the Reap. We'll see. Here we go. Let's take the Brain Weevil. You never know. You could need discard. Somebody with a sick double Planeswalker deck. You want to try to get those out of their hands. Alright, sweet. Walking Corpse. And we're going to love to take that. Do I want to be able to destroy Kessie Wolf Run, or do I want to hurt the Werewolf deck? This card, if somebody's drafted that whole strategy, does a beating, but for me the better sideboard card's going to be Mod of the Mire. And we're going to take that. And the best card here is Caravan Vigil. And I get a Ghoul Raiser, 14th pick. Probably going to play it. Alright, so yeah, I think my deck's looking okay. We'll see what happens. I'm going to pause, and I'll come back after construction. Alright, so here's down to 24. Notable things that aren't going to make it in. It's going to be Tribute. Altar's Reap, I just really don't feel like I have enough room for. The Undying Evil, I would like to run 1, but I'm not really seeing a spot for it. Harrowing Journey, I'm okay with not playing. I'm going to sit the Scab Goliath. The Lich lets me cast cards in my graveyard. He's eating cards out of my graveyard. Stitch Drake does need a guy in the graveyard, but he's going to eat 1. But then so I'm going to be able to bring these guys back with the Lich. I really wish I had a Ghoul Caller's Chant. I would certainly run that at this point, because the mill strategy into Lich, but you really don't want to mill out your Bloodline Keeper. So here's 24. I'm really looking at either a Ghoul Raiser or an Armored Scab to cut. I have 17 creatures. With a Moan, that's 18, so I'm going to cut 1 creature. I'm leaning towards the Scab, just because I only have I only have 1 guy who actually needs a mill. I have 1 guy who can benefit from it, and then I would still have 2 mill effects, or 3 if you count the Alchemy. So I think I'm going to sit the Scab. I'm going to run 3 Ghoul Raisers. The process of chaining those is pretty stalling, hard to get through. So hopefully that can buy me time to draw into or play Bloodline Keeper. My removal is not what I typically like to be, but I do have 2 Bone Fleers to kill X2s, Claustrophobia and Tragic Slip, and then the Wolfrender's Quiver to hopefully handle the X1s. Jar of Eyeballs for inevitability and card draw to win the stally games. And I think my squad can stall pretty well with the Typhoid Rats. If you get the rats in the quiver somehow, that's a sick interaction. The Black Cat with Ghoul Razor is a disgusting deal. So if they do block it, which most people don't, but when they do block it, this guy dies. You Ghoul Raze them back. They discard a card. So it's an unfavorable interaction for your opponent, to say the least. But yeah, I think the only thing I'm really regretting here at this point is the Goliath. So another point would be, so I don't want to play the Scob. These are the 3 cards I would like to play. This gives me the ability to sack. So if I wanted to sack, Bone Flinger, Lich it back, that'd be interesting. Sack Black Cat, they discard, you get that guy back. So I think at this point, I'm probably going to run it like this, even though I'm missing out on these cards. If I'm playing more of a grindy deck, I'll bring in the Goliath, but just knowing that the sick white green deck could be out there, you have to position your deck to be able to withstand some sort of early storm, and it may not even be able to do that if somebody has the 3 travel preps, etc. on the turn 1 drop, turn 2 2 drop, turn 3 3 drop, turn 4 double travel prep. So those types of draws from opponents are hard to deal with. So we're going to run this though, and I will see you in the first round.